Hey there, good morning. How you doing? I hope you're right. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're seeing me for the first time, welcome. My name is Emily, and on this channel I do a lot of lifestyle content. So if that is something that you're interested in, then please subscribe and become a part of this journey with me. So today is a beautiful day. I'm in high spirits. I know my voice is a bit low. I had guests yesterday. I was a host. When I say that, like, I can't believe I'm saying it because uh, I'm someone that doesn't particularly enjoy hosting. Well, it's not that I don't like to host, but I don't want it to be something that I have to do all the time because it's a bit draining, to be honest. But yeah, yesterday's guest was such an important guest. I was overly joyed by her presence. I missed her. I wanted her to be here so bad. So my sister came over. She hasn't been in the country for a while. So when she came back, she came to see me and we spent the day together. Um, we did a lot of things, a bunch of things. Every time I see her, it's more like we're reconnecting and gossiping and just talking about literally anything that happened while she wasn't around. Well, we do talk quite a lot even when she's not around, but it's different when you see someone physically, when like you're having that conversation. So yesterday was busy like that. I spent the entire day just being up and about. And yeah, so today I am spending the day indoors. I need to recover from all that. I almost lost my voice. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, that's what you get when you talk to people all day. And it wasn't just talking, we were laughing and like being loud and all. So, if you guys can tell from where I'm filming from, we got a couch. So, apartment update. Where should I start from? In the previous video, I told you guys I was planning on whether or not I wanted to change the walls of the living room because I wanted to start working on my living room space, but I wasn't sure if I was going to feel okay with the cream. I showed you guys the designs that Gemini came up with. And to be honest, it was just not giving. I didn't feel like the cream was going to be that color for me. That palette seemed a bit off. As someone who finds peace and calm in white, I just knew the space had to be white. Initially, I told myself I wanted to give myself a chance to fall in love with colors, to fall in love with a different color other than white. So I said, maybe if the walls are cream, I'll be forced to maybe put in a color that is not particularly on the plain kind of palette. And I was thinking along the lines of a burnt orange couch. But then I felt like, okay, if I've had a long day and I come back home and I'm saying a burnt orange couch and cream walls and maybe a dark walnut TV stand or a walnut TV stand, how am I going to feel? And for me, it just felt heavier than being outside. So I knew I just had to go with my normal palette, which is lots of white, lots of beige, a little touch of burnt orange just to spice it up. But yeah, that's literally all that I work with normally. So I talked to the landlord and he sent me a painter. We had the walls painted white. And that was, I think, about 3 days ago. When was the last time I talked to you guys? I don't know. But I think that was 2 days ago. We did the painting on the same day that I actually painted the house. That was the day that the couch came in. Let me tell you guys about my couch. Well, I had been looking at different furniture stores around town and I was wondering where I could get my couch from. Now, let me tell you guys, no one tells us the price of furniture. Like, okay, I know most stores like post and then put the prices and all, but I literally told myself furnishing this house to my desired look is going to take me a while because why is everything so expensive? Everything is so pricey. Ah, anyway, so I zeroed down to initially I was a bit confused. Well, not confused, but I was debating between getting like a three-seater and two accent chairs on the side. And I was thinking maybe I could do a three-seater in burnt orange and then the two accent chairs can be beige, or I could do the two accent chairs as burnt orange and then the three-seater as a beige. But then I looked at my living room and I was like, okay, that setup will look great in this room, no doubt. It will look amazing. But I want to have a couch that I can lay in. Like if I want to watch a movie and I just want to snuggle on my couch, I need to be able to do that. And that setup was giving everything luxury, but functionality fitting into what I want for this space it just wasn't giving. So I zeroed down to getting an L sofa, right? But then all the L sofas I was seeing were like really small in terms of the seat. What is it called? The depth of the seat, right? So, like from where my legs are to where the back is supposed to be, it was a bit, well, not big enough. The seats were not deep enough. And I kept asking and I kept doing inquiries of my own about what the depth of that seat should be. And the standard depth was a bit shorter than I actually wanted it to be. So I was looking for an L couch. In my mind, I wanted an L couch that had a deep seat, right? And I didn't want the back to be like so high, like that height is perfect. So initially, I was looking on Instagram and I couldn't find anything. Everything that I was seeing was either too expensive or just not what I needed. So I resorted to looking for furniture on TikTok. So when I went to TikTok, well, of course, you know, TikTok always has like a bunch of options. There is a lot for you to look at. I went to TikTok and I saw different furniture guys. Well, there were some people that had actually very nice pieces, very, very nice. But let me tell you guys, one thing that really irritates me on the internet is if I'm looking for something and the store did not tag the price of the item. That whole DM for the price thing, it doesn't work for me. The moment I might look at something and I really, really like it. The moment I look around and there's no price, I will just scroll and go on to the next person. Because in my head, I'm like, you don't want to tell me the price of your item? Okay, fine. Maybe you have different prices for every client, or maybe you have your own reasons why. But I'm not about to be inboxing you and then you'll tell me the price, and then I realize maybe it's too high for me and I can't actually purchase from you. Then I again have to go back. Meanwhile, the whole thing about DMing for price, you'll DM a business and they'll take maybe a few hours to respond to you. Now, that is time I would have used to actually look at the price online and see if I can afford the item or not. And then I would go ahead and look for it somewhere else. But you're telling me to DM you for the price and then you would take a few hours to respond to me. Meanwhile, I'm waiting on you to respond so I know if I'm going to go with you or I need to go with someone else. So for me, I just resorted to no, I do not ask for the price. If the price is not there, if I scroll through your videos and there is no price anywhere, I'll just continue to the next person. I'll just go and buy from a different store. So I did see some people that had good options, but there was no price. I didn't want to bother myself with that. So I looked at the stores. And then again, the other thing that I wanted was I wanted to buy the furniture from a store that was close to where I live. So I was looking at people that have stores in Ntinda, Chisasi, Chanja, Chiwatule, somewhere around there. Like I didn't want to go to like a whole different side of town. And then it becomes difficult because I have to maybe go to the workshop or to their showroom to pick up the item, right? And then I have to factor in the transport of getting it to where I stay. Keep in mind the weather these days is a bit it has mood swings. It's shining, the next minute it's raining. So if I'm transporting a furniture piece that huge from, like, say Entebbe roadside, because that's where I used to stay initially. If I'm transporting a piece from that side to here, I would have to get a truck that has, what is that thing called? In Uganda, we call it chundubari. You know, that thing that covers whatever is inside. So when it rains, your things don't get wet. Yeah, so I would have to factor in that. And that's more of a bigger truck and it would cost a lot more. So I didn't want the transport cost to be high or for the process to be hectic for me. Yeah, and I know someone would argue, oh, that the couch would be wrapped and the water will not get in. Well, the wrapping, well, I'm going to show you guys what it looked like when it got here. Well, they do wrap, but there's a bit of like spaces between the wrapping thingy that water can actually enter. So, anyways, I zeroed down to one furniture store that is in Chanja, and it had almost everything I wanted. I loved the fact that they had the color palettes that I actually wanted to work around with. So I knew that, okay, I will get something from these guys. I saw this specific couch on their page and they had listed the price and everything. And I was wondering, okay, maybe I don't know if they still have it or something like that because it was in the exact color that I wanted. So I reached out to them. I reached out on WhatsApp, I guess, and we discussed everything. I asked them about the couch. I sent screenshots. We had a discussion of, if I want it in a different color, because in my head, I was like, I might get there and the color doesn't look exactly as it looked in the videos that they posted. So I asked about that and they're like, no, it's okay. We can always customize it and everything. And yeah, I made an appointment for the next day. I told them the time that I would be going there. And yeah, so next day I go to the store. When I got to the store, I had like a tour around the showroom. They took me around, showed me different pieces, different fabrics, and I zeroed down to this couch because let me tell you, when I fall in love with something, getting me to change my mind is a bit hard. I've noticed that about myself. Like before I even left home, my mind was already set on this couch. Like I love this couch. If this couch is everything that I've seen it to be, it's the one I want. But anyways, they had to show me the options. I was open to like looking at other things and I said, maybe there's something that might actually change my mind. So I looked at all the other options that they had. They showed me the different designs. Like if you want something custom made, you can actually come with your own design and they can make it. But yeah, I didn't see the need for all of that because the design that I had in my head, I'd already seen. So we talked about this couch. They took me through the cleaning, everything, the advantage of this fabric over the other fabrics. And yeah, I loved this fabric. It has a bit of texture, but it's like a really subtle, rich texture. And yeah, it wouldn't bother me with the styling and cleaning, maintenance, everything. So we concluded on this particular sofa. So I paid and yeah, I had to sit and wait for the rain to stop. The truck guys came, we loaded everything, and then we brought the couch home. And when I tell you guys, well, when the time we came in, the time we brought the couch into the house, the painter was still doing his thing. He was still painting. So I just put everything there in the whole wrap foil situation. I just had them place the things inside and then they left. And of course, now I had to do the unwrapping and assemble it myself later on when the painting was done. So I had to wait until evening for the paint to actually dry up. And then I set it up. Now, that night, I barely slept because one, I was excited. Like I couldn't believe when I actually got to see the couch, it didn't look as big. Well, maybe because I had seen it on the video and it looked exactly like that. And I hadn't like envisioned it in my living room. So I was like, well, it looks big enough. It could work. But then I don't know why in my head I thought the living room was huge. I thought I had a very huge living room. Let me tell you guys, When I assembled this couch that night, it was almost like, where did all the space go? I thought I had space. To think that I even thought I would get enough space to like fit the couch and then have a wooden kitchen island made so I can, I don't have a kitchen island. So my kitchen is like open. You can see it from the living room and everything. And I wanted to have like a small, tiny island that could fit at least two chairs. So I was thinking of having that done as well. But I said, okay, let me finish with the couch and then I can get to that. But after I put the couch, I realized there's actually no space for the island. Well, at least for now, I just don't see it because I love the whole, how it's like the longer version is like on this side, the entryway side. And then the L extension is where my balcony door is, that side. So that night I tried to rearrange the sofa in so many different ways. Like maybe if I take out, because it's what's the word? The English has vanished. Like you can take out one of the seats. It comes in four sections, four pieces. So you can take out the seats and rearrange them how you want. And the section that looks like a poof, that thingy. Yeah, that one can actually be removed. And so I've seen some people, I've seen some Pinterest ideas where someone actually uses it as the centerpiece, the center table. But I didn't want that. That situation that did not sit well with me. So I took out the mid section, placed it on the other side of the room, and I tried to see if I was okay with that. But when I take it out and place it on the other side, well, this sofa gets a bit smaller in width, but the room looks a lot smaller. It looks crowded, congested, and that is not what I wanted. So I ended up just placing it back and having it in this setup. Later on, I might decide to change to a different setup. I don't know. But for now, I am sticking with this. So, anyways, that was the journey for the sofa. And let me tell you guys, before we move on from the sofa situation, I loved the customer care. I'm going to tag the store. It's Mulangira Interiors. I think I posted a video. I posted a video on Instagram and TikTok about me sourcing the sofa. So, yes, I did tag the store and I'm going to put it in the description. If you've been looking for something like this, yeah, don't hesitate to reach out to them. The customer care was top notch. The guy explained everything like in detail. The lady at the reception was super nice. Everything was just really good. Their service was okay. When I texted them on WhatsApp, they responded in a timely way. And this is not a paid ad. I know someone would say, or maybe they gave you a little something so you can, give a review about the brand. No, I paid for everything and they did not give me a single penny to like make an ad for them or anything. But let me tell you, when I see good service, I will appreciate it. When I see something that I do not like, I will come on here and still tell you I did not like this particular thing. So when I tell you this store was a 10 out of 10, just take it from me. It was a 10 out of 10. From the customer service, everything was just really good. I cannot complain. And the sofa is like, they told me it's a spring sofa. I'm not sure I understand what that means. My head is full of medicine and everything. But there's literally springs underneath the sofa. I don't know if you guys probably know what I'm talking about because we've been hearing about high density spring whatever. So it has a high density mattress and it has springs on the inside. When I sit on it, I don't know what that means in literal wording, but when I sit on it, it can like bounce back. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but when I sit, I like bounce a bit. And for me, that is something that I like. I don't know. Maybe some people would want just a firm seat, like you sit and it's like hard pushing your bums up. I love this. I love the fact that it's a bit bouncy. But anyways, I love how it looks in my living room. When I tell you guys, I love it. I love it. The space is gorgeous. Everything is just really, really beautiful. Oh. And I'm still trying to rearrange the living room. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I have a few suggestions from Gemini. Of course, every time I buy something new, every time I put a new piece in this room, I go back to the board because we have something designed. Me and Gemini are like this these days, right? Every single thing that I do, I literally go and talk about it with Gemini, vent, anything. So when I got the couch, I was a bit skeptical about the size. I was like, maybe I went with something that is too big. Oh my God, I can't fit a kitchen island. Oh my God, I can't do this. So I took a picture. I took a bunch of pictures and put them into Gemini. So I was like, please tell me I did not make a wrong decision because I know, yes, we did discuss a beige couch, but I think I overdid it. And let me tell you, this, well, I call her a girl. I know it's AI. Don't come for me. This girl just knows how to make things work, how to do her thing, and she can make good out of anything. When I tell you she made me fall in love with this couch, like I'm going to give you the design that she gave me. And when I tell you, I'm actually thinking about doing that exact design for the living room because everything was just too good, like so good. Everything that I had, I literally just explained my color palette, how I want my space to make me feel when I get back home. Like I gave her a real picture of what I had in my mind, not just about the pieces that I wanted, but the vibe, the feel, how I want to feel when I walk into this space. So I did give her the basics and I sent her the pictures. Oh, we had the walls painted white. I got a beige couch, which we had discussed prior. And she suggested that, oh, if the couch is burnt orange, depending on according to what I had described, the mood and everything, she suggested that we go with beige for the couch and then accessorize with the burnt orange, which I feel is okay for me because that would actually make things a lot easier for me. I feared the burnt orange because I was like, initially, I might be excited about the color and I might actually fall in love with it. But over time, I don't know because there's some days that I wake up. Let me tell you guys, there's some days that I wake up and I just don't want to see any color. I don't know. My mental health is in shreds right now. I don't understand what is going on with me. I don't know if it's adulting or it's work. I don't know what is happening. But some days I wake up in the morning and I do not want to see any form of colors like contrasted colors. I don't know if you get what I mean. The doors don't bother me. I have the same color of that door in my bedroom as well. That doesn't bother me. But what bothers me is if I wake up in the morning and and it's not about whether I rested well or not. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I see my bedding. Maybe I tried to go with color. Maybe I have like peach beddings or whatever. I look at them and I feel like, okay, this is not what I want to wake up to. This is not what I want to wake up to. I'll just remove everything. It doesn't even matter if I've only slept in the beddings for one day. I'll take everything off and put back white beddings. White relaxes me. When I tell you, the moment I wake up and see white, my brain just shh, like the quiet just sits in immediately. And I've gotten used to that so much. That's why I feel like when I was designing my living room, I was like, okay, I'm trying to be so accommodative of what if I have guests over? What if, there's people around and blah, blah, blah. But I need to be curating something for me, right? My taste is going to be a bit weird to some people, but that's okay because I want something that makes me feel good, not whoever sees this space or walks into this space. So, yes, some people will think my space is rather neutral, like too neutral, maybe, but that's okay. Anyways, I am talking too much and I need to end this video because it's going to end up being so long. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I appreciate that. And I hope that I will see you again in my next video. I hope you were not irritated by all the glibberish that I was saying. But I hope to see you again. And yes, we will be doing a lot more home content, because I still have a long way to get this place to my vision board where I want it to be. So stick around, subscribe, turn on the notifications bell, and I'll see you in my next video. I hope you have yourself a lovely day, and bye.